Hi friends, welcome back. Today I want to do a video on the dream meaning of naked, being naked in a dream. What does it mean when you are naked in a dream or when you see someone else that is naked in a dream? These naked dreams are a little bit disturbing at times. They can be, and you're just left wondering like, why was I naked? So anyway, let's talk about the meaning of like clothes. So our clothes cover up, our privates, right? So that we're not exposed to the world. So it's, it covers us up from being exposed. So private things are covered up, right? And also, clothes can be very comforting, like they're comfortable. So, without clothes, like you're uncomfortable. Like in the winter, you're cold, right? So our clothes bring us comfort as well. And they offer protection. So if we keep that in mind when we're doing, thinking about the naked dream, interpreting that dream, we can say, okay, well, if a person is then naked in a dream, it means that they are without protection, comfort, or they're exposed. And I think that primarily that is what the naked dream means. So remember that dreams can be good or bad, right? Negative or positive. And so, like, if you look at it, just because you have a naked dream doesn't mean it's bad. It can be a good dream. For example, it just means like that you're being transparent, that you're being vulnerable, perhaps. So, for example, in this dream, if you are naked, and really the part of you that's naked is kind of important, I believe, as well. Like if it's the top, if you're partially naked, like you're the top of you, or whether it's the bottom of you, I think there's significance there because, like our chest, that's where our heart is. So this is going to represent like our feelings and maybe just like bearing our feelings to someone else, being transparent with how we feel, being honest, and there's also intimacy there. So being intimate, right? But on the other hand, if it's like your bottom half that's exposed, then that's a lot more embarrassing, and maybe it's more like private matters that are being exposed to people that you really don't want to. Like if you're somehow unhappy that you're naked and you don't like it, it's just because you're being exposed in a way that you're not used to or something. So that's what that means. And if someone else, like if they're partially naked, then it would mean that they are being transparent, honest with you, okay, or intimate with you, giving you intimate details, bearing their feelings as well. On the other hand, negatively, that dream would mean like that they're being exposed. Like maybe they've been dishonest or they've covered something up and now it is being exposed to you. You're seeing like the naked truth, quote unquote, you know what I mean, about a situation. It can also be something embarrassing to them that you are discovering, or to you, depending on who is the person that's naked. But oftentimes it can also just show a weakness. Like there's some weakness in that person that is being exposed, and you're seeing things that you normally would not see. All right. It can also be a lack of preparation because clothes, we get dressed, we prepare ourselves for things, for the day, for whatever it is, whatever job we do, we put on our uniform if we have uniform that we wear. So if you don't have clothes, it can also mean that you have a lack of preparation as well. So again, the naked dream could represent just vulnerability, intimacy, transparency, and it can be a very good thing depending on the context, or it can be negative and it means that maybe someone's been dishonest and they're being exposed for their dishonesty, or like if it's you and you really don't want to be naked, it could be that you are afraid of people finding out things about you that are private and embarrassing to you as well, so part of your life being exposed. Generally, that's what the naked dreams mean. There was a lady that had a dream about seeing her pastor naked, and I don't think that's a very good dream at all, because you don't want to see your pastor naked. That's really gross. And he is supposed to be covered. So I feel like in that dream, it's showing some kind of inadequacy, and maybe even something that is kind of shameful that's going on there with him, where he's being exposed for wrong behavior. That was kind of the impression I got from hearing about that dream. However, though, the naked dream is not always bad. I know I had a dream not too long ago where I was like partially naked, or like in my underwear, and I had a friend there who was like kind of laughing at me, making fun of me, and I was just very confident, and I was like, I wasn't embarrassed. I didn't have anything to be embarrassed about in the dream. In fact, I was kind of like proud. Like I was like, yeah, I look pretty good, And in that dream, I think it just meant that I was being transparent, and this person was trying to like belittle me, make me feel bad about myself. And again, it wasn't even like the person, but people are not always who they represent in dreams. But anyway, that was that dream there. Like it just represented transparency. Also had a dream a long time ago about being again partially naked, but this time it was like at the park, and there was like lots of people there. And again, that could have been foreshadowing or whatever, a prophetic type dream about being transparent through this YouTube channel. And there's a lot of people that are seeing me. And I remember that dream, in which it was a long time ago, but I was a little bit uncomfortable, but I don't know. It didn't seem like totally abnormal either. You know how dreams are very strange. Like things are not what they normally are. So I'm just saying, you have to listen to the context. You have to look at the context rather of the dream to determine if it's a good or bad dream. And a lot of people will tell you that naked dreams are just all bad, but they're really not. And it just reveals some sort of transparent exposure issues. You could be afraid of being exposed, but you could also just be vulnerable as well. But anyway, okay, so then what do clothes mean? Clothing dreams. Those dreams are, depending on the clothes you're wearing, it can be a really good thing or not good thing. If you're clothed with like fine clothes, then that would be good, because it would, I think, represent your character and like basically what your character is, because the Bible talks about being clothed in righteousness, right? So it means that you have put all these good things on in your character. But if you are clothed in like rags or dirty things, then it just speaks of your character not being what it should be. Or if your clothes are ill-fitting, it speaks of not being prepared for whatever you're dealing with. And I had a dream like that where I was wearing really nice clothes, actually, But my pants were like a little bit too short. And so in that dream, it was showing me that I still had some preparation. I still had to go through some things to prepare myself for whatever, God wanted me to do. And so anyway, I hope that has shed some light on your naked and clothes dreams. And thanks for watching. Until next time.